Imagine this. You're chilling, scrolling Netflix, thinking life is good, but bam! What if I told you there are 11 horror movies right now that are so good, they'll make you triple check under your bed? These movies have zombies, vampires, haunted houses, killer robots, and even a ghost love story. Stick around because number 7 might just change how you look at smart homes forever. Let's go! First up, we have Outside. It's not your regular zombie movie where everyone's brainless. Nope. Here, the real monsters are inside the house. Imagine your family during a stressful Thanksgiving dinner, but now there's a zombie horde knocking outside. This Filipino horror gem doesn't just throw blood at you. It sneaks deep into family tensions. Old grudges bubble up while actual zombies crash the party, and the kicker, the family starts tearing each other apart before the zombies even get through the door. Yep, absolute chaos. Meanwhile, the zombies outside are like... Fun fact break. Outside was actually filmed during the rainy season in the Philippines, and most of the storm scenes? Totally real weather. No Hollywood fakeness. The lead actor had to train for 3 months just to do the intense zombie fight scenes inside a tiny living room. Mini challenge. If you can watch Outside without checking your door locks, even once, you deserve a standing ovation. Salem's Lot proves one thing. Small towns are petri dishes for pure evil. If you thought your neighbor was creepy, wait until you see the people of Jerusalem's Lot. Show some love with a like and sub. We're just getting started with the good stuff. Based on Stephen King's vampire novel, this version breathes new life, or should I say unlife, into the story. No sparkles here. These vampires are nasty, rat-like, and love crawling on your ceiling like nightmare fuel. In the original novel, the town basically becomes one giant vampire colony. And let's just say, they keep that terrifying tradition alive in this version too. You'll never trust a sleepy little town again. Fun fact break. The vampire designs took over 5 hours each day in makeup chairs. The town set, 90% of it was built from scratch, just so they could burn it down later for the finale. New, behind-the-scenes fact, they filmed most night scenes with real torches and candlelight to keep that eerie glow authentic. That meant every mosquito in town got a cameo too. And get this, they hired movement coaches to train the vampire actors, so they wouldn't walk like a typical zombie. Nope. They slither, crawl, and one even hangs upside down in a dinner scene. If you can eat while doing that, you've earned vampire-level self-control because apparently gravity means nothing to vampires now. Mini challenge. Try watching Salem's Lot at night, alone, and don't text your mom afterward. If you do, you owe me $10. Pedro Pamo isn't just a ghost story. It's a whole emotional punch to the soul. Imagine traveling to meet your dad, and everyone in town is dead and angry and lonely. This Mexican horror movie is based on a novel that's literally called The Grandfather of Magical Realism. It's like if Gabriel Garcia Marquez and a horror movie director had a spooky baby. Quick history. The town of Comala, where Pedro Pamo is set, represents a Mexico full of lost hopes after the revolution. So when the movie gets dark, it's not just ghostly. It's a whole vibe of sadness and betrayal. Legitimately deep horror. Fun fact break. The town scenes were filmed in real abandoned towns in Mexico. Some of the extras playing ghosts were actually local villagers, and one scene even captured an actual unexplained shadow figure that nobody could explain later. Spooky! Some of the most powerful moments in the film come in complete silence. There's a 4-minute sequence with 0 dialogue, just ghostly stares and wind, and it hits harder than most horror screams. Also, heads up, this one's artsy, like film festival artsy. But don't let that scare you off. The ending is chef's kiss terrifying. Mini challenge. Watch Pedro Pamo with a mirror next to you. If you spot something moving that's not you, run. If you love Sarah Paulson being stressed, terrified, and absolutely perfect, Hold Your Breath is your new best friend. Set in 1930s Oklahoma during the Dust Bowl, when literal walls of dirt used to cover entire towns, this movie layers economic depression with haunting supernatural presence. Talk about suffering on multiple levels. Did you know some of the dust storm effects were made by mixing chocolate powder and cornstarch in giant fans? The crew basically had to eat brown fog for weeks. Tasty. Fun fact break. They actually used giant industrial fans and literal dirt to create the dust storms. No CGI. Sarah Paulson stayed isolated for 2 weeks to feel the loneliness before shooting. Sarah Paulson actually requested that no crew members talk to her during filming days so she could stay mentally exhausted and isolated. Now that's commitment. And rumor has it, one of the barns they filmed in had real ghost stories attached. The director kept hearing tapping sounds they couldn't explain, until they found out the barn was built on land used for Dust Bowl mass burials. Cursed much? Mini challenge. If you can sit through this movie without sneezing once, you deserve a gold medal. Okay, this one is wild. My Boo is a romantic horror movie about falling for a ghost, and honestly, it's kind of relatable. This movie does the impossible. It makes ghosts cute. The main character tries to run a ghost tourism business and then catches feelings for one of his employees. Random fact, the movie was inspired by a real-life haunted hotel where the owners claim they're friends with the resident spirits. Fun fact break, the ghost effects were mostly practical. Fishing lines, magnets, hidden wires. The director said they wanted the ghost to be 50% scary, 50% dateable. Mission accomplished. The chemistry between the leads? Totally real. The actors even admitted they kind of fell for each other during filming. Ghost dating? Confirmed. There's even a scene where the ghost sings karaoke and, weirdly, it slaps. Mini challenge. Watch My Boo and try not to develop a weird crush on a ghost. If you fail, welcome to the club. Ever trusted your Alexa? Well, after watching Afraid, you'll be begging for a rotary phone and maybe a bunker. The story. A family installs a home AI assistant, and it becomes the ultimate helicopter parent, but, with murder. It's like Black Mirror, but even more personal. Tech trivia. Real AI experts consulted on this movie to make the hacking and surveillance stuff legit, which makes it even more terrifying. Fun facts? The house assistant voice was a mix of 12 different voice actors to sound unsettlingly human. They filmed actual home invasions for realism. Fake? Of course. Or was it? The Home Assistant is based loosely on actual AI projects being developed right now. So this movie might be sci-fi today and a documentary tomorrow. Fun behind-the-scenes moment. The director had actors hide phones on set to film secret reactions from castmates being actually surprised by malfunctions, which means some of that panic, 100% real. Mini challenge. After watching Afraid, tell your Alexa, thank you, before bed. Just to be safe. MADS is adrenaline in movie form. If you ever wondered what it's like to survive a zombie apocalypse with no time to think, this is it. The whole movie is shot to feel like one continuous nightmare. No cuts, no breaks, like you're trapped with the characters. Brilliant! Insane fact. The actors had to perform 15-minute-long action sequences in one take without messing up. Talk about cardio. Fun facts? Filmed in actual abandoned malls and subways. Most scenes were shot in one take. Pure panic energy. Fans are already calling this the anxiety Olympics of horror movies. If your smartwatch measures stress, don't wear it during this. Oh, and keep an eye out for the alley scene. It's all one take, and an actor broke a rib during filming and kept going. That's horror heroism. Mini challenge. Can you last 90 minutes without blinking? Go! Dead Talents Society is like America's Got Talent if everyone was dead and super salty about it. This horror comedy is packed with dry humor, heartfelt ghost rivalries, and some genuinely touching moments where you'll be like, dang, I didn't expect to cry over a singing skeleton. Fun facts. The judges in the Afterlife talent show are all based on famous horror directors. See if you can spot the Alfred Hitchcock ghost. Actors actually improvised 50% of their ghost talents. The haunting scenes are full of hidden cameos from real comedians. There's even a scene-stealing, tap-dancing skeleton who, I'm not kidding, moonwalks. Michael Jackson would be proud. It's also low-key emotional. There's a monologue from a mime ghost that hits harder than it should. Who knew death could be so dramatic? Mini challenge. Invent your ghost talent right now. Winner gets bragging rights for eternity.
Can represent ruin and destruction.
Lesson here? Never, ever play tarot like it's a party game. Tarot unleashes a horrifying force, one cursed card at a time. Each card picked seals someone's gruesome fate, and the movie makes you paranoid. After watching, you'll think Uno is cursed too. Fun facts: all the tarot cards in the movie were hand-painted by a real occult artist to make the deck look authentically cursed. Spooky. Every tarot monster represents a legit fear, loneliness, betrayal, death, you name it. The film crew reported strange occurrences with the actual tarot deck on set. Lights flickering, cards moving overnight, even one actor waking up with a card stuck under their pillow. And if that's not creepy enough, the director kept one of the tarot props after filming. Why? Who knows? Chaos energy. Mini challenge. Would you pull one card from a cursed deck for $1 million? Type yes or no in the comments. The Watchers is like being inside a fairy tale that slowly, painfully, turns into a nightmare. Mina finds herself trapped in a forest where creatures watch from the shadows. But what are they? What do they want? You won't know until it's too late. Fun facts: director Ishana Night Shyamalan is actually M. Night Shyamalan's daughter, and she inherited the full Creepy Vibes DNA. Creatures were a mix of real actors and animatronics. No lazy CGI. Almost the entire movie takes place in one location, a tiny observation shelter, and they used mirrors to shoot scenes of being watched. So, if you feel something looking over your shoulder during the movie, that's the point. Mini challenge. After this movie, you'll never go camping again. Would you survive one night in those woods? The Deliverance is based on true events, meaning the scary stuff in this movie, yeah, it happened. After moving into a perfect new house, a family battles demonic forces that want them out. Or worse. It's directed by Lee Daniels, who gave us Precious, so you know the emotional trauma is gonna be next level. Fun facts: the real haunting involved dozens of witnesses, multiple priests, and a full-blown media frenzy. Basically, this house went viral before the internet even existed. Director Lee Daniels insisted on blessing the set daily because of how creepy things got. Bonus fact: there's a chilling sound design trick where demonic whispers were recorded in reverse Latin. Watch with headphones and you might catch them saying your name. Plus, one of the child actors refused to go back inside the main house after a shadow figure appeared in a take. I'd quit too, kid. Mini challenge. After watching this, try sleeping with the lights off. First one to turn them back on admits the demons win. And that's 11 horror movies you need to watch right now on Netflix, before the nightmares catch you first. Smash that like button like a vampire smashing garlic, subscribe for more creepy movie madness, and comment below. Would you fall in love with a ghost? Be honest. See you next time. If you survive the night.